Our Blueprint Game Plan, which is our online educational training platform that we provide education and training for financial literacy, business, investments, wealth building. It is built around 5 steps. It is literally a 5-step wealth building system that I have created to really educate you and train you on the most important aspects of finances, entrepreneurship, business, investments, and wealth building. The first of those 5 steps, like some of you are already familiar with because you're on the Blueprint Game Plan, the first of those 5 steps is for you to save $1,000. Now, that is a very, very important step, and I'll get into the details on why that's a very important step. Here is the first point I want to make. Economic studies and surveys and statistics in the United States of America of over 300 and something million people. These surveys, these studies, these statistics show, they prove and suggest that 8 out of 10 adult Americans don't even have $1,000 saved for emergencies. 8 out of 10 people you know don't have at least $1,000 saved for an emergency. Now, as a black man, more specifically, as a black leader in the faith community, as a prophet who understands the plight of my people, not only is that problematic, but that is actually a pandemic. So we're dealing with way more pandemics than a medical pandemic. We're dealing with way more pandemics than a political pandemic. We're dealing with way more pandemics than cultural and social and even religious pandemics. We have an economic pandemic that we also have to address. And this is why me posing this challenge is very important. 8 out of 10 adults in America don't have $1,000 saved. Now, if you dig deep into why 8 out of 10 of us don't have at least $1,000 saved, here's what you're gonna find out. 8 out of 10 people don't have the right mindset about money. 8 out of 10 people don't really even have a relationship with money. And think about it. If you don't have a relationship with somebody, you ain't really talking to that person. Think about somebody that you ain't on speaking terms with. Y'all done fell out. Y'all talk from time to time. You already feel some kind of way whenever y'all do converse. It's because you're not regularly growing in your understanding or in your relation with that person. Well, it's the same with money. It's the same with business. It's the same with wealth. If you're not familiarizing yourself with the concepts and the ideas and the principles and the practices about money and wealth and economics and finances and business, then guess what's going to happen? Your relationship with those things is going to be flawed. It's going to be affected negatively. And so a lot of people don't have this $1,000. Not that you don't want it, it's just you don't have it. And some of the reasons begin with, number one, our mindset about it is flawed. Our mindsets are flawed about it because we don't have the right information. Most people, we're talking about the 8 out of 10 people, are not exposed to the proper information when it comes to money, the proper information when it comes to business, the proper information when it comes to wealth building. Truth is, almost 10 out of 10 people have no idea about a lot of the things that I talk about on a regular basis. Because if I did not put myself in a position to educate myself and to learn and to figure it out and to go through the grueling tasks of giving up thousands and thousands of times just to break through and to see it really happen, I wouldn't have this information to share with you because nobody was giving it out. Nobody ain't giving it out because nobody who has it actually really wants to give it. And the people who don't know it are really not even able to go through what needs to be done in order to have access to it. And so it's a mindset, it's information, it's a lack of information, it's also habits. So this is a part of the reason why 8 out of 10 adults in America don't have $1,000. It's habits. we've built the wrong habits. Our behavior patterns never align with the possibility of being able to save anything. And this comes from mindset, this comes from information, this comes from, or the lack thereof, it comes from habits, and it comes from behavior patterns. Why is this so important, Prophet Ramone? Because the studies and the surveys that connect to this whole 8 out of 10 people that don't have $1,000, they all support that if you can just save $1,000. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You get $300-$400 and you feeling like you the next best thing since sliced bread. And so all of the data, all of the real information, we're not talking about hypothetical stuff, all of the real data about money and about business and economics, all this data shows us that if you can save $1,000 that you don't have to go borrow from in 2 weeks, you know how it is, tax time come, we put $1,000 up, but then 3 weeks later, we going and dipping back in it. I'm talking about a real $1,000 that you ain't even got to touch. The moment you're able to do that, or any time in your life that you're able to do that, it changes your mindset. It gives you a moral lift. So many things happen to a person when they can just put $1,000 up and they have no emergency. The tire didn't go flat. The radiator ain't overheating. The starter ain't going out. Nothing ain't broke. You could just put $1,000 up. And so this is a game changer for so many people. And this is one of the reasons why I'm posing this challenge to you.